Huh? No one's here.
Anyway, why was Akihiko-san acting so weird? What's so special about October 4th?
October the 4th. That's right. I was so caught up in the operation that I didn't realize it. This is the day Amada's mother was killed.
You serious?
Yamagishi, I need you to find the two of them immediately. There's a good chance that they're together. Akihiko must have already realized that.
I understand. What's going on?
Although her death was officially listed as an accident, we're the ones who killed Amada's mother. It was 2 years ago, when we were pursuing an unusual shadow that had escaped into the city. We were in a residential area, but the shadow was all we were thinking about. Aragaki was still new, and he momentarily lost control of his power. Unfortunately, there was a casualty. Amada's mother.
No way. Are you shitting me?
Then Tekken-kun senpai is...
Amada volunteered to join us. But now that I think about it...
I found them! They're together, and another Persona user is nearby.
Akihiko?
No, it's a member of Strega.
That's not good.
It's an absolute nightmare.
Senpai! Come on!
Do it. I won't stop you. You're right. I wanted to forget. That's why I left the group and tried to suppress my power. But nothing I did could erase the memory. And now I find myself here, the last place I want to be. It's my fault. This is what I deserve. But let me give you one warning.
Warning?
If you decide to take my life, you'll end up like me. Just remember that.
Is that supposed to change my mind?
Even if all you have now is hatred, one day you'll regret it.
Shut up! That's a load of crap!
He is correct. There is no reason for him to feel regret. That is the nature of revenge. Is it not permissible to kill those who are themselves killers?
You.
The loss of Chidori has posed a bit of a challenge for us, but we cannot simply ignore your meddling. Do not fear. This life is but a stepping stone. Salvation shall be yours.
What?
You cannot defy fate. You shall die, whether or not it is at the hand of this boy. You've been taking those pills for some time now. You don't have much longer.
What's he talking about?
That's bullshit.
Listen to your body. You know it to be true.
What does he mean? You're going to die? No matter what I do? That's not fair! All this time, I've been waiting for this!
The cause of death is not of importance. Besides, the breath of life is faint in you as well, child. After killing him, you were planning to join him, were you not? Since you are both destined to perish, allow me to do the honors. A slight change in timing shouldn't matter too much.
Go to hell.
No!
Now then, with what life you have left, answer me this. There is one like Chidori among you, is there not? This has enabled you to locate and defeat those we wish to protect. Now tell me, which one of you is it? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
There's no one.
Wait! It's me!
Is that true?
Yes. That's the only reason they let me join.
Ken, no! Ah!
Quiet. You had your chance.
It doesn't matter anymore. I'll never have my revenge. I have no reason to live.
I see. So you have achieved resolution. How enviable. Then you shall be first. Rest peacefully. What is the meaning of this? Why would you risk your life to save this child?
Shinji!
How very disappointing.
Shinjiro-senpai!
What's with a long face? Isn't this what you wanted?
No, Senpai!
It's all right. Give yourself time. Let your anger be your strength. Come on, kid. You're just a kid. You've got your whole life ahead of you, so don't waste it. Make it your own. Okay?
But
Aki, take care of him.
I will.
This is how it should be.
No words can express the sense of loss we feel as a result of this terrible tragedy. He had a lifetime of opportunity ahead of him. As educators, we are to blame for ignoring his silent calls for help. We lost him to violence before we had a chance to help him realize his true potential. Forgive us. Forgive us for our negligence.
Will this speech ever end? I don't even know who this Aragaki guy was.
I heard he never came to school. Probably just some punk. Anyway, I gotta get home. I have to study for my mock exam.
Hey, you guys know who Aragaki is? Wait, you're not seniors, so how would you know? Anyway, can you believe this? Scary, huh? Damn, what's your problem?
Shut up.
Huh? What are you doing?
I said shut up!
Iori, sit down. I'll never hear the end of this. Just ignore them, Junpei. Hey, have you seen Akihiko-senpai today? He was absent this morning. I wonder if he'll show up at all. I hope he's okay.
Can I talk to you for a moment? When you get back today, please meet me in the lounge. You know what it's regarding.
Yeah.
I don't expect you to have collected your thoughts. In fact, I'm still at a loss myself. I'll see you then.
It's about Ken, huh? This'll be a fun meeting.
Yo. I had the usual for lunch. Ramen tastes a lot better when you're cutting class. Make sure you invite me next time. Say something, will ya? Why are you always like that? You're so stubborn. Put yourself in my shoes for a change. You think it's the other way around, huh? I guess you're right. I was too obsessed with power. Ever since I lost Miki, that's all I've cared about. I thought that if I was strong enough, I could protect anyone. But I was wrong. And now you're gone too. I'm such an idiot. In battle, there's always a chance of dying. I knew that. But I was so focused on fighting that I didn't notice anything else. It didn't matter how tough I was. Look what happened! Ah! Yeah, I know. Crying won't change anything, will it? Alright, Shinji. You watch from there with Miki. I still have things to do, right?
With his new resolve, Akihiko gains his ultimate persona, Caesar. Caesar essentially takes all of Akihiko's former traits and just makes them better. He swaps out his electric resistance for an outright immunity, which is always useful to have. Though by this point in the game, we'll be seeing more and more enemies with break skills. So don't count on it to work for you all the time. As for the skills he learns, the interesting thing is that Caesar has 8 skills in his skill set, which means that what you're seeing here is going to be Akihiko's final moveset. And it's a pretty good one overall, still keeping his great all-round abilities from Polyjuice, just like I said, making them even better. All of his debuffs upgrade to their multi-target versions. This is normally a good thing, but one downside is that these do overwrite the single target debuffs, meaning that if there's a single enemy on the field, Akihiko will be using more SP than he would normally to debuff them. That's the main downside of this, but it's something that you can't really control. He gets Zeodyne, Maziodyne, and Elec Amp, so he remains the best user of Zeo spells in the party, and he gets the Fistmaster skill, which, while it does mean that he has no actual physical skills anymore, his general basic attacks will deal double damage now, so that more than makes up for it. He also gains Diarahan. Now, only being restricted to just one single target healing spell does mean that Akihiko isn't the best healer in the game, but it still means he is one of the most versatile party members, and being able to pull out a full heal whenever you need it is very, very useful. If you need dedicated healers, use someone else. But if you want a damage dealer who can fulfill the role of a healer in emergencies, Akihiko's your guy. I suppose one of Akihiko's only weaknesses is that he doesn't get Elec Break. Several party members, even the less offensively inclined ones, do learn their break skills of their elements. He doesn't, but I guess that's the price you pay for having so many debuffs, and being so versatile. Remember, you'll need to make use of the Tactics command to use Akihiko to his fullest potential, as the AI will never use debuff skills unless they're set on heal/support. So be sure you do that. Akihiko's debuffs are one of the best things about him. Make use of them, always. Mythology-wise, well actually it's not really mythology at this point, it's actually going into history. Caesar is the title given to emperors of the Roman Empire, and when most people think of that title, they generally think of Julius Caesar. However, according to designer's notes in the art book for this game, this persona is more meant to represent the imperial title in general, and not any specific person who ever held that title. It's meant to be a general symbol of the power that Akihiko now wields, and the fact that he's now vowed to use that power responsibly. Also, Caesar's design incorporates elements from both Castor and Polyjuice. So in some ways, Shinjiro's persona lives on within Akihiko's. There's also the matter of that small humanoid figure in the center of Caesar. It's more noticeable in the updated art for Persona 4 Arena, but this figure is wearing a mask that looks very similar to Castor's mask. Also, this figure sits in a chair inside of Caesar, and in its animations almost seems like it's pressing buttons, as if it's piloting the persona. A lot of people take this small figure to represent Shinjiro, or rather, Shinjiro's memory, which is what drives Akihiko forward from this point on, just as this figure is piloting the persona. Another note from the art book is that Akihiko's previous persona, Polyjuice, was intentionally designed with an oversized body but a small head, to represent Akihiko's immaturity earlier in the game. Caesar, however, is properly proportioned, representing Akihiko's character development at this point.
I know that much. I can't carry this guilt forever. I'm getting tired of it.
You all know the reason we're gathered here. We need to discuss how to deal with Amada. I've already consulted the chairman. Aegis, bring Amada here.
Understood. It's my fault. When Shinjiro-senpai told me he'd be late, I thought it was strange, but I said nothing. If only I'd listened to my intuition.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Fuka.
It's not your fault. If anyone should have realized it, it should have been me.
I knew this wasn't a game, but I never thought it'd end up like this.
There's no point dwelling on the past. Shinji's last words were, "This is how it should be." He was a hell of a guy. He even faced death head-on. That's why from this day forward, I'll face things head-on too.
That's cool, man.
Senpai.
Allow me to report. Amada-san is not in his room.
He's not?
There are indications that the window has been pried open.
Ken-kun! Wait, Fuka, do you know where he is?
Well, no. But we can't just let him go off on his own, right?
So where do you plan on looking?
I don't know, but we have to find him. He must feel so alone.
Fuka.
You, of all people, should understand. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Now let Ken do what he wants. Bringing him back won't change anything. And we can't keep treating him like a kid.
Akihiko.
It's his choice. He's the only one who can decide how he's gonna live his life. The same goes for all of us.
And so, October 4th's full moon comes to a close. Anything on the news about what happened? Yeah, of course you are. Well, I have a pretty good profile of the person you should be looking for right now, but he seems to be really good at evading capture at this point. Next time we see him, though. Yeah, next time. Well, he was shut up in his room all that time just before the full moon. Maybe if someone had talked to him, we could have avoided this. I guess doesn't know what to do. What about you, Junpei? Well, I'm not really sure, actually. I mean, at this point, I don't really know. He was just an And he gave his life to save someone who hated him as well. That's... It's really admirable. Sure he will too. Should have kept an eye on him earlier. Naturally, there's no Tartarus tonight. People often lose their temper when they have a death close to them, though. So, really, how she's acting is pretty normal. Just gotta make sure those feelings don't control you, because, well, we saw what happened with Ken. He took his mother's death just entirely the wrong way. There are things we can all learn from this. Now, one thing that I want to point out, though. Remember how I was making sure to show where Shinjiro's room was a while back? There's a reason why. If you go inside his room, you can do this any time after his death. Here's Shinjiro's room. Pretty much in the same condition he left it, except if we check this box on the desk here... we get all of Shinjiro's equipment. So, no need to worry about that classic RPG mechanic of someone in the party just died permanently and all their gear is gone forever. No need to worry there, you get back all of his stuff. And I think I can now reveal the reason why I was so annoyed to get all those Night Stalkers. Yeah, not really like those are going to go to much use anymore. But I am glad that I got those shoes back. But anyway, shouldn't be thinking about that now. So Monday night, we can't really do much on Monday. So that was the October 4th full moon, when Pharos said that he hoped nothing bad would happen. Yeah, he was tempting fate there. Definitely tempting fate. In some ways, though, when you think about it, the Strength and Fortune Arcana shadows can also be taken as symbolism for what just happened there. Multiple ways, actually. Shinjiro was completely resigned to his fate. He accepted that he was going to die, but he decided to make the most of it and go out in a way that would save someone else's life. He had strength of heart right up until the end. It's also the fact that Takaya himself actually is the Fortune Arcana, so it might have been an ominous foreshadowing that he'd be involved in all of this. But with that, I can't even check out Akihiko's new persona here, but with that I'll end this part, and I have cut out a social link from today. That will be in the next part. I just felt it just would not work if we did that as part of this video. It just really wouldn't. So yeah, that's really all I can say. Next time we'll be getting on with our lives and coping with this in our own way. Akihiko found new resolve, he did. He's got himself a new persona with some new skills, and well, if you remember which party members had no skills left to learn, I think it should be obvious that a certain someone is going to be rethinking things soon. So, let's look forward to seeing that.